I told my subscribers to send me their setups to rate, and to make it interesting, best setup gets $100. All right, our first setup is from Amazing Adams, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm giving this a 1 out of 10. I don't even know if this is a setup.
Oh my god.
Because you didn't set anything up. It's literally just a switch on a bed with a headset. But I'm not hating. We all start somewhere. I even started on my mom's TV on the carpet. So the first things you got to do to make that setup look a little bit better is to at least get a desk and a chair. And then we'll go from there. This is the next setup. It's almost exactly the same thing as the first setup, but you got the desk or the table or, you know, whatever that is. And assuming that you probably play sitting down in a chair, unless you play standing up, I really don't care how good it looks right now. The next thing you got to get is a monitor, because I have a Switch. I've played on the tiny screen before, and it's not fun squinting and trying to make out what's happening on a little screen. At least get like a 24-inch monitor or something, shoot for that, and then, you know, you could build your setup from there. Moving on to the next setup, I'm gonna give this setup a 4 out of 10. Actually, no, I'm gonna give this setup a 3 out of 10. Even though you have good peripherals, I see you have 2 PCs, mouse, keyboard, monitor, mic, headset. It's just too messy. I don't know, how do you even play on this? If you're a keyboard player, I'm very sorry for you, because you won't even be able to do a full 360 without hitting the plate that you ate dinner on. But it's crazy because I know you have a good setup. If you just clean up all the stuff from under, around, and above your desk, then my 3 out of 10 could easily move to like a 6 or 7 out of 10, possibly even an 8. You just have to make it look presentable, man. It's set up. Clean it up. This setup is from Allie, and I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. I'm not a fan of all the stuff like the shelf above your setup. Personally, I would just take that whole shelf down and put like nano leaves up there or something, or any kind of LED lights. But I see you have a nice little purple theme going on. I see you have the purple lights on your mouse, purple lights inside your PC, and then like your desktop on Chrome is purple. So if you stick with that little color scheme and get the LED lights like I said, then your setup will be looking fire. This setup is from Keyshawn, and I'm giving this one a 7 out of 10. I really like your desk, even though you have to clean it up a little bit. You have an office chair and not a gaming chair, which is a dub. I like the RGB color scheme going across from your PC to your keyboard and then your monitors, and your wire management is pretty neat. The only things I would change though, like I said earlier, you have to clean up your desk a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of the poster and the pictures above the setup either. I think it just makes it look a little tacky. And you can lose the speakers. I think it makes the desk look a little bit more tacky. You're a gamer, use a headset. This setup is from High Caliber, and I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. I really like the desk, but I don't know where the mouse pad is. I don't know why you have a monitor and a keyboard on a shoebox. You should get monitor mounts probably. This setup could easily be like an 8 or 9 out of 10 if you got some LED strips behind your desk. Fix or hide the wires so your setup could look a little bit more clean, and just tidy the setup a little bit more. This setup is from Bam, and oh my god, I love this setup. But I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10 just because of where the desk is placed. The blinds are broken, which messes with the background a little bit, and I don't like the setup in front of the window. But if you just move your desk over to another wall, you'll have that clean, full white background. And honestly, this setup has a potential to be like a 9 out of 10. I love the minimal looking setup and the white and black color scheme. This setup got sent to me by Caleb, and it's instantly looking like a 9 out of 10. It's another setup with the white and black color theme, which I love. The pictures in between the spaces of the wall are fire as well. I love the D-board above the vertical monitor. The Funko Pops and the plants on top of the shelves look so neat and tidy. The mouse pad's fire. The extra ambient light to the left of your PC is fire. I'm starting to get jealous. This setup is from Jude, and I'm also giving it a 9 out of 10. I don't know why, but I'm really just enjoying these setups with these props and the fake plants and good color schemes. They're just so good. He has a Model O with a 60% keyboard. I like the mouse pad a little bit. Personally, I would get a mouse pad, company mouse pad that's like blue and white, kind of like mine. And I've never played it before, but I'm actually digging the Among Us lore to the right of the desk just to fill in some empty space. This setup is from Cold and I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I don't see a problem with the setup other than the racing chair. I really don't like racing chairs. You should probably just get an office chair in my opinion. But it just looks like you have a little bit too much unused space. You have a nice mouse, nice keyboard. I like the LED lights behind the desk. You have good wire management. It looks like, I don't know, it just looks like it's missing something. This setup is from my boy Houston, and honestly, I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. It's just one of those super simple, super clean setups. I love the panels behind the wall, the LEDs coming from behind the monitor and on the desk. Obviously, I love the little plant. The white mouse and keyboard just goes with the whole setup and its colors. And the blue snowball floating on the mic arm. This guy's definitely balling on a budget. This setup is from my friend Takeoff. He's also a YouTuber, and I'm giving his setup a 10 out of 10. Everything's just so perfectly placed. He has the sound panels on the wall, the 3 monitors stacking from the lowest to the highest. That's pretty cool. The wire management is beautiful. You don't see any wires once they go beneath the desk. Even the rug goes with the setup. Like, this setup was sent in by Nico and I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. There are 3 things you could do here to make this setup easily at 8 or 9 out of 10. First is to, like I said earlier, get rid of that racing chair and turn it into an office chair. Racing chairs are just horrible for your back. The second thing I could tell you to do to make your setup like 10 times better is to get a monitor mount. I don't like the way the stock monitor stand blends in with the white part of your desk. It just looks really tacky to me. A monitor mount would blend in on that black edge perfectly. It'll look really clean and it'll free you up some desk space. And lastly, I think you should get a large mouse pad to cover your keyboard and your mouse, because if you free up some room with that monitor mount, it'll look really, really nice. Not a bad setup. And last but not least, this is Smitty Mason's setup and I give it a 10 out of 10. This isn't even a setup. I swear to you, this is like a whole gaming room. This is obviously the winner today out of all of the setups that I've seen. A triple monitor mount setup with 2 face cams, PC on the right, PS5 on the left. The color scheme is beautiful. Everything from the mouse pad to the panels behind the walls to the little LED with your name on it to the right with the TV above it. There's just nothing I would change about this setup. The whole room is beautiful. Oh my gosh. And the fact that this guy has less than 5,000 subscribers on YouTube really shows that he loves his setup. His setup is better than a lot of YouTubers that I know that have like more than 10 times his subscriber count. I'm gonna send this guy his well-deserved money. Then I'm gonna drop his channel link below so that you guys and myself can check him out on YouTube, because with the setup this good, he should definitely be crazy at the game. Thank you guys for watching. I might do this video again because so many people sent me some really cool setups and I didn't get time to go through all of them. So if you want me to do it again, drop a comment down below and make sure to keep an eye on my Twitter. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.